Hey guys, and welcome back. I am back with another video. I've been gone for a while because I've just been working on different content for Instagram, like doing reels and TikTok and things like that. So I haven't really uploaded a YouTube video in a while, but I'm back. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of makeup and talking about how we're going to take care of this belly issue. You know, this age-old belly issue of how am I gonna see my toes again? Like, am I ever gonna have that flat belly that I had 25 years ago or when I was in my 20s? Well, let's talk about it. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. On this channel, we stay lit, we learn, we invest, and we teach. We learn the tools and the resources we need to live our lives and live it well. On this channel, it's about the whole woman. We talk about living that healthy, balanced lifestyle and being the best version of ourselves. So in today's video, I'm going to be putting on a little makeup, but the focus is going to be on how to lose belly fat. And so we're going to talk and put on makeup at the same time and just talk about some things that you can do to lose that stubborn belly fat, because that's just an age-old question and people try so hard, because I know I do, and it's just I'm up and down with it. And I have implemented a few things and it has helped me along the way, so I want to share that with you. So let's just get to it. How do you lose belly fat? Well, the first thing that you want to do is you want to look at your water intake. Like, are you consuming enough water? Are you taking enough water in? Because when your body feels dehydrated, guess what? You're going to want to eat more. And you're going to eat more because you're eating when you're not hungry. Your brain sends a signal that, ooh, instead of being thirsty, I'm hungry. And then you go and you eat and you're really just thirsty. So a trick that you can do is you can drink a glass of water before each meal. And that helps to maintain your weight, and it also helps you to lose weight, because drinking that water before a meal help you to feel full and you won't overeat or eat too much. Being hydrated is essential because our bodies are made of water, so it makes sense, right? And another thing you want to do is you want to avoid like really sugary drinks, which I know that I have a huge issue with because I love juice. I love juice, I love wine, and who doesn't love a really good mixed drink? I mean, like, come on. So when you are trying to lose belly fat, it's kind of a no-brainer that you want to limit, you know, sugary drinks, because sugar basically turns into fat, and if you're not burning enough fat, you're just going to store it. It's just one of those things where the sugary drinks, they taste so good and they're so satisfying, but they're just not the best for you. It's kind of been hard for me because I love to drink wine and I love a really good mixed drink. And one of the things I've been doing is I've been making my mixed drinks with fresh juice. It's still low calorie because you're using fresh juice, but you still have the alcohol in it. And then I tend to drink way more because you don't really get a buzz. I mean, you get a little bit of a buzz, but not like you would if you had a, you know, not like you would if it was mixed with sugary juice or concentrated juice. Because most fresh juice is mainly made up of water, so you kind of stay hydrated at the same time. It's like a little weird relationship there. But yeah, I like to mix my drinks with fresh juice. So I don't really know if that's good or bad. I just know it works for me. But I mean, you're still getting calories, so I'm really trying to limit that and not drink so much and not drink a whole lot of sugary drinks and wine and, you know, alcohol in general. So as you age, the fight against belly fat, it gets harder. It does. So you really have to be mindful of the things that you're doing and how you are taking care of your body. it has to become a conscious thing. Because when you're young, you can eat what you want, drink what you want, don't exercise, don't do anything, and you kind of just pretty much stay the same. But as you age and you mature, nothing will stay the same. So you got to be mindful of that. And that brings me to the next point, and that is our eating habits. It's really a challenge for me because I prefer to eat sugar. I'm not going to use them negative words like addicted. I just prefer to eat sugar. And the reason that I'm not bigger than I am is because I kind of pick and choose what I want to eat. And I know, like, I got to limit my calories. So like if I do decide to eat something sweet for breakfast, I'll have something really light for lunch. And I try to exercise, but if you're really trying to lose belly fat, you really want to look at your diet and what you're eating. 80% of abs it starts in the kitchen. It's not just working out. So some of the things I recommend, which I have started doing, and it does help, is you want to limit your trans fat, which trans fat causes inflammation. And that's when you get all the belly bloat. And belly bloating, of course, can make your stomach look bigger than what it is. And belly bloating comes from inflammation. So when you're eating trans fat, it causes inflammation, which can cause you to become more insulin resistant. And then that can lead to diabetes and all kind of other things. But the key is you want to limit that trans fat because it just makes you fatter. And it can cause inflammation. And the trans fat is found in animal products or animal protein. So meat is kind of one of those things that contribute to inflammation. So you want to think about that. I'm not going to encourage anybody to become a vegan or, any kind of special diet. I'm just saying that it's a fact. It's a known fact that when you take in a bunch of dairy and animal products, it causes inflammation. So what I have done, that is to limit my dairy and my animal protein intake. So meat. I usually will try to have a meatless day during the week. And then if I do eat meat, it's very lean protein. A lot of the meat products, they're not the same anymore. Not like, when we were growing up and, our parents. A lot of the meat products now, they are filled with hormones, just different chemicals, and it's just not good for your body. Limit your trans fat and animal protein and dairy products. I know in the beginning it's hard when you're trying to, figure out what works for you in your diet. It's hard to eat a healthy diet because we have developed habits where we're used to just eating certain things, and we're used to eating things that elicit a chemical response that makes us satiated and feel happy, so it releases those endorphins. So we associate those foods with feeling good, so we eat them all the time, but they're not necessarily good for us. When it comes to meat, you just have to think about how much of it do you really need. Is it lean meat? Just look at the trans fat content in it. Where are you getting the meat from? Is it good quality meat? Those are some things that you can take into consideration, because it's hard, and I'm not going to tell you, oh, don't eat meat, don't do this. I'm just sharing the information with you, and you take from it what resonates for you and what you think will work for you. If you're struggling and you have belly fat, it's really hard to get up and exercise, right? Exercise is key to having a flat belly. If you are not eating right and you're not exercising, chances are you're not going to have that flat toned belly that you're looking for. You got to get moving. You got to exercise. And I know you probably hear this all the time. Exercise, 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 get moving. But it's true. If you don't move it, you're going to lose it. If you're exercising and challenging your body, you're going to know it. I'm going to tell you one thing. You will not stay the same. Either you're going to get better or you're going to get worse. So I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to digress here for a minute, but I just want to talk to you a little bit. I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across this guy, and he was talking about like how he was such a mean guy, like how he was just so nasty and mean to women, and he was talking about how he broke a lot of women's hearts, and he was stating how he had the attitude of, I will never change, just take me as I am, you know. And he said that he would never apologize even if he knew he was wrong. He said, I know I would be wrong, and then I would be like, apologize for what? Like, I'm not gonna apologize to you. I didn't do nothing to you. You the one upset. You know, like, he wouldn't take any kind of responsibility or accountability for his actions. And he just basically was just saying how he was just a mean old man, you know, just nasty, didn't want to change. So what ended up happening to him is he ended up having a heart attack. And he had to have stents placed, and he had this little device put in that opened up his arteries. And more to the story is he was like, be careful how you treat people, because karma will definitely come back and get you. And he was saying how he broke a lot of women's hearts, so his heart had to be broken. And you know, he was just saying, be careful how you treat people. But what I got out of it was, number one, yes, you do have to be careful how you treat people, but also him saying, oh, I would never change. Let me tell you something. One thing God will do is he will have you gonna change. Either you going to change for the better, or you're going to change for the worse. But you're going to change. Either you're going to get better or you're going to get worse. Because he was getting away with mistreating people and just being nasty. At least he thought he was getting away with it. He was just getting worse by not changing. And that means by not trying to do things differently. But he was changing, he was just getting worse. But he wasn't changing for the better. And so God had to change his environment in his body and put him down so that he can actually see that he was not the nicest person. He wasn't doing, you know, the best that he could do and being the best, you know, person. God has a way of showing you who you are. And so by him having that heart attack, he was definitely showing himself and able to see that he was just not a nice person. And all those hearts that he broken, now he had a broken heart. And his heart was really broken, like physically broken. So you do have to be careful how you treat people, but also you will change. But the choice is either you're going to get better or you're going to get worse. So when you are aging, you're going to age, like that's a given, but either you're going to age gracefully or you just going to just age, and you're not going to be your best and look and feel your best. So that's, you know, part of why I do, you know, beauty videos and talk about health and wellness and just being healthy, whole body and spirit. So back to the point, exercise. You got to make sure you're moving and grooving and getting your body into shape. It's so important. Because you only got one body and you got to take care of it. Exercise is good for weight loss. It's good to maintain weight. It strengthens your muscles, your bones. It releases endorphins, and it actually helps to decrease cortisol, which contributes to belly fat. Walking is so good. I read a study that was done, I think it was the Journal of Exercise. Women who walked at least 60 minutes a day, I think it was 4 times a week, and they were able to lose and just blast that belly fat, versus women who were just sedentary and who didn't get out and do anything. So that speaks to what just walking can do. Just taking a walk every day will help to lose that belly fat. I love going for a walk after I eat, because it just kind of helps with digestion. I mean, it's not immediately after I eat, but like maybe like 15-20 minutes after I eat something, I'm ready to go walk. Otherwise, I'm going to sit there and go to sleep. Y'all, we going to win this fight against this belly fat. And one of the things that I started doing is eating a more high fiber diet. Including more fiber in your diet helps to aid in digestion. I like eating berries, strawberries, blueberries. I love papaya. I never thought I would enjoy papaya as much as I do, but I have really grown to love papaya. I like to eat citrus fruits. They're really good. You want things that are going to fill you up, but you know, at that bulk so that it will help to digest food and help you to eliminate. And that'll also keep your belly nice and flat. Okay, y'all, we are intermission. So I'm going to put my lashes on, and I feel like I want some glamorous lashes on. So I'm going to use these. These are from I Envy 3D collection. So these are the lashes we're going to use today. So let's get these lashes on and continue our talk. Drop me a comment below and let me know some of your tricks that you have done to help you to lose belly fat and maintain your weight. It's just been so stressful lately. And for obvious reasons, you know, Ukraine is at war. And, you know, interesting fact, fun fact, or I don't know if it's fun, but it's interesting. I actually went to the Ukraine 15 years ago. I went on a gospel trip with my church. And I just feel like it's so significant that, you know, we went there 15 years ago preaching the gospel, and so many were saved and received the Lord. And, you know, fast forward 15 years later, they're going through this crisis, but they still are beautiful people, and God is still amongst them and with them. And it's all a part of His plan. And I know sometimes His plan is not perfect, but it's perfect in His will. It's not perfect to us. Let me clarify. His plan does not seem perfect to us because it's a lot of sadness, sorrow, death, depression, like all the things that feel bad. But just know in everything there's good, and there's a purpose, and there's a plan, and God is working it out. And I just stand one in prayer with everyone praying for the people in the Ukraine. But yeah, it was a very good experience, and I will never forget it. It's just interesting that 15 years later, you know, they're on the news for war. I just know God is doing something, and He's doing something great. And to be a part of that 15 years ago, I just feel it in my spirit, and I'm very, very blessed. Like I said, one of the things we have to be careful with is how we're managing our stress, because stress causes cortisol buildup, and that's what gives us a big old belly too. And so if we're not de-stressing and watching our stress, that's part of the reason why we may have a big belly. So what are you doing to de-stress? How are you managing your stress from day to day? I'm going to share some of the things that I do to manage my stress. And one of the things that I cut out, that I really felt like was really stressing me, was caffeine. Now, I still love to go to Starbucks and all that, but I had to cut that caffeine out because it was making my blood pressure high, number one. And then number two, my heart rate was up, and I just felt so tense and stressed all the time. And then, you know, another thing is I had to change my work environment. I really did, because working at night and taking care of patients just wasn't working for me no more. It was just stressing me out. And driving at night and then being sleepy in the morning, stressing me out. So I had to change my work environment. And sometimes de-stressing and limiting your stress, it means you have to change some things. You have to change your environment. You have to change who you associate with. You have to change behavior. And it is what it is. And until you accept that and believe that, you're going to always struggle with being stressed and, you know, upset and just feeling like everything's out of control. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. This stuff smells so good. This is the Huda Beauty foundation. This is in the color Cinnamon. And I just love the way her foundation smells. And it really does go on nicely. I love it. So we were talking about de-stressing. And another thing that I've been doing too, besides makeup and doing videos and content, I've been taking hot baths. I'll come home and just run a nice hot bath and put some Epsom salt in there and just soak all of my stress away. And it really does help. And it actually does decrease stress, and it lowers your blood pressure. So taking a hot bath is a great way to de-stress and to detox, especially if you add Epsom salt in there in your favorite bubble bath. And then I also will take a hot shower and add essential oil to the shower. And that's another great way to de-stress. You can't be playing around with this stress, because not only is it going to make your belly fat, it'll put you on your back in the hospital because you don't want to stroke out. A lot of people don't realize that being in a continuous high stress environment is wreaking havoc on your blood pressure. So make sure you go on and getting your blood pressure checked and getting checked out. That's so important. Speaking of exercise, another thing is you want to target your core. Do some core workout. And I struggle with that because I'm like, I'm not finna get down on the ground and do no sit-ups and nothing like that. I can get down there and do it, but I just really don't want to. But I've decided that I am going to start doing more core exercises, because doing core exercises, it strengthens your abs and it also strengthens your lower back. And having a strong back is very important as you age. Trust me, because when you're walking around here with back pain, that is no fun. And when you get old, you be trying to do sit-ups and stuff, and you hear all kind of cracking and popping. You be like, oh, no, I can't do all that. But hold up. But yeah, I'm going to start doing more core exercises. And like I said, you can find a lot of different core exercises online. The next thing that you want to do besides working on your core is you want to get sleep. Now, how many of y'all struggle with getting a good night's rest? Well, I typically don't have any trouble sleeping. I can sleep. The only time I have trouble sleeping is when I have like a lot to do and I'm just thinking about all the stuff that I have to do. But 90% of the time, I really get my sleep. Like, I don't really play around when it comes to getting sleep. And when you don't get enough sleep, guess what? It causes you to be stressed out. And that's when you build more cortisol. And that's why it's important to get a good night's sleep. So some of the things that you can do to improve your sleep and to prepare yourself for sleep is, number one, try not to be on your phone in the bed with the, because the light from the phone is not conducive to you relaxing and falling asleep. And then also your brain is still going, like everything you're seeing and hearing, it just keeps your brain active. So you're trying to relax and get into the state of rest. So try not to be on your phone and watching TV right before you go to bed. And try not to have any sugar or alcohol or caffeine before you go to sleep. Because if you drink, you'll probably sleep good for about 2 hours and you're going to be up. So try to limit that alcohol, because that's not good. That's not good for a good night's sleep. People think that it is because you fall asleep fast, but then you just wake back up and then you're just up. Try listening to soft music. A lot of people like, what do you call it? White noise to help them fall asleep. I don't. I just need it quiet. And some people like to drink hot tea or hot milk, just not too much of it, because I don't know about you, but I don't like to go to bed with a full stomach or just anything like sitting on top of my stomach. So guys, lastly, I just want to talk about just accepting who you are and loving who you are, no matter what your belly looks like. A lot of times we get so frustrated with ourselves because we don't look the way we think we should look, or we're not losing weight fast enough, or we're gaining too much weight. Whatever the case may be, love yourself anyway and know that you're beautiful the way that you are, but you're working towards being better because you know it's going to be better for your health in the long run. And when you exercise and you take care of your health, you take care of the inside, you're going to naturally be beautiful. Because if you're taking care of the inside, it's going to radiate to the outside. It's just taking care of yourself will make you beautiful in itself. Because what's on the inside is going to show through on the outside. And I just want to say, I know that I'm not perfect, so I just got to roll with the punches. Like for me personally, I have a fibroid, and basically it's a growth that's on the uterus, and it is causing my uterus to be the size of a 12-week pregnancy. So I have a little pooch, and I really haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I've had fibroids in the past. I had surgery about, I think it was 2009, and I had it removed, and they did tell me that it would come back, and it has. But I haven't decided if I'm going to have surgery again. I just want to work out, try to eat better. I'm 46 years old, so hopefully it'll shrink, you know, when I start menopause. But I just really haven't decided yet. But the point of it is I'm going to have a pooch because I got something going on. But I'm not going to let that stop me, and I'm not going to get down about it and depressed about it and stop showing my belly and working out and stuff because I have that. I'm just going to keep going, and then when I'm ready to do what I have to do, have surgery or whatever that may be, that's what I'm going to do. But roll with the punches. Love yourself no matter what. Stop being so hard on yourself. Because everybody got something. Trust me, everybody got something going on. They may not be talking about it, but they got something going on. But you would never know it because they keep themselves together. They keep it together, which, you know, everybody is entitled to a breakdown, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, like I was saying before, just love yourself and be good to yourself. So yeah, to wrap this look up, we're going to go ahead and, you know, I really wanted to contour my nose a little bit. So let's do that before we wrap this thing up. I'm going to take a little bit of this contour. Actually, this is called Tantour, and I love it. It is a cream bronzer, and I'm just going to go just on the side of my nose. So I'm going to do my lips, and then we're going to get this hair together. So I'm going to go in with Milani lip liner. I've been into like overlining my lips, so let's just see how this comes out. I'm going to overline them just a hair. Now I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place lip gloss, and this is in the color bronze. This is in the color Bronze Sugar. Ooh, I like it. It's so pretty. Love it. Alright guys, so I'm going to go and get this hair together, and I will see you in a minute. Hair is all done, and we are complete with this look. I am so happy how it came out. This is a soft glam look. It's very matte, which I love. And yeah, just to wrap today's video up, we discuss some things that you can do. I think it was about 7 things you can do to reduce your belly fat. As we age, we want to pay close attention to the belly fat. Belly fat is indicative of a lot of diseases, especially as you age, you become more prone to different diseases. So it is important to watch your belly fat. You are more prone to diabetes, heart disease, cancer. So that visceral fat is the worst fat you can have, especially around your belly. So the things that we can do, we discussed in this video, and I hope that you found it useful. If so, like, comment, and subscribe. On this channel, we stay lit, we learn, we invest, and we teach. So if that's your vibe, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos on health, beauty, and lifestyle. We target the whole woman, mind, body, and spirit. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I do have a Facebook business page, Prescription Nurse Wellness Center, where I will be posting ebooks and more information on how to live a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned to Prescription Nurse. Now that's your daily dose.